Meet me in the alley. I'm gonna grab a quick slice.
Never mind. Does your name really stand for hope?
Yes, it does.
But it looks like an S.
Yes, it's meant to. It's meant to wind like a river. It comes and goes. Life.
Hey, Swamp Media Group. What do you guys think about what's happened with the Avengers and the Justice League? Hello all, welcome back to my channel, Big Discussions. My name is Dr. Anwar Yusuf Dunbar, and I am back with a little surprise for you all. It's an interview, and I want to hurry up and get out of the way so you can watch it, but I want to put it in context first. So if you go all the way back to my second video on my channel back in January 2019, this year, I talked about how comic books were an integral part of me and my brother developing a love for reading, and also I talked about how we both got hooked into superhero stories and science fiction. And you know, so I've also been fortunate to be able to meet other exceptional people who are working on their own art and their own media and their own offerings to the world. And when I was in Las Vegas last month on vacation, I had the opportunity to, for the second time, interview Antonio Lepore and Matt Schafferonen, who are the founders of and the directors of the Swamp Media Group. And for those of you who don't know, the Swamp Media Group is a production company based out of Las Vegas, and they recently produced their first independent film entitled Space Detective, and that's the t-shirt that I'm wearing right now. This is the protagonist here, Shiro, and this is his love interest, Jinx, and that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to ruin it. You should watch it. It's a very good movie. They worked really hard on that. So very quickly, how did I meet Tony and Matt originally? Well, my brother Amal, my media and visual effects consultant, was actually on the production team for Space Detective, and he did a lot of the key visual effects for that. And so through my brother, I was able to reach out to Tony and Matt the first time and interview them in print. And I'm going to leave that interview, it's a two-parter, it's kind of long, in the description box below. And so that's why I met them, and I thought it would be cool as a retrospective to interview them once the movie was done, so they could look back and we could talk about their thoughts about making the movie, things they would do differently in future directions. So that's how I met them. And so it was a nice long and meaty interview, and at the end I just had to get their opinions on what they thought about what's happened with the Avengers movies and the characters on the big screen, and also what they thought about or should I say how the Justice League has been portrayed on the big screen as well, and what they thought the futures of those franchises were. So at the end of our larger interview, which is coming subsequently, we kind of geeked out a little bit and talked about the Justice League and the Avengers, which you're about to see. My brother Amal, he's working his magic on the larger interview, so that's coming out soon, but he said, here, why don't you take this little piece here, and which is a story all in itself, and produce that yourself. So I hope you enjoy the interview, with my interview with Tony and Matt about the Justice League and the Avengers, as much as we enjoyed doing it. So enjoy the interview, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, I've seen pictures of you in your you guys do favor. Well, before we go, really quickly, what do you guys think of Endgame?
I liked it. It's pretty messy, but
I loved it. But man, you could play golf with all those plot holes in that.
I'm not big on time travel stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like the paradox just starts spinning in my head, and I'm just
like where did Captain America get that shield fixed after Thanos broke it? You know, stuff. It was just like too much of that.
And it's like when Loki ran off with the other Tesseract, like, okay, in that world, like, didn't he get captured but now he ran off? I don't know.
Like a lot, and a lot of like the whole thing of the Cap, the way, spoiler alert if you guys have not seen this, but like why have you not seen it? It was made like $5 billion. But the whole thing with Cap time traveling and staying in the 40s or in the 50s, like contradicts, it makes a whole giant paradox of what the Hulk and Ant-Man were discussing earlier in the movie about creating alternate timelines. We needed this, and it gave me a headache. That being said, wow, that third act, those 9 million superheroes show up, and Captain America get the friggin' hammer. Like, oh my god!
Yeah, I mean, I still love that movie.
And Iron Man's arc is beautiful. Like, I don't like him dying because you, me, him, your brother Amal, his brother, we were all that generation that had to deal with Optimus Prime dying.
Yep.
And it destroyed us, people. Now, why do you think our generation's all messed up? Because we watched Optimus Prime die. So I've got this whole generation of children with a dead Iron Man, and I'm just like, ugh. That breaks the heart a little bit. But that being said, his character arc was great. Because he starts off as just the worst in that first movie, and by the end of it, he's completely sacrificed everything, and you know, and it's a really neat arc, and it's amazing what they've done, what they're able to pull off. They're really able to replicate those comics like that.
I really loved the Hulk in it. Like,
Professor Hulk?
Yeah, I've been waiting for this smart Hulk for so long.
Okay.
And I finally give it, and I was like, oh, this is good. I want to see a movie of that now.
Yeah, so two things. The one thing I still wanted to find out was how did he, at the end of Age of Ultron, he leaves the Quinjet.
Yeah, I don't know,
How did he
dude.
get
I don't
from
know.
there to where he is in Thor Ragnarok?
I couldn't enjoy Ragnarok because of that plot hole. And I'm like, how the hell did he get to outer space in an airplane? And like, he got into a wormhole. Like, there's just, it gave me such a headache.
Yeah, there's like a missing chapter there.
Yeah, there's a missing chapter there. Ragnarok's great, but like, dude. My favorite thing is always still Spider-Man.
Yep.
I'm a DC guy. Jeez, Batman, ooh. So you drop me anywhere in the DC universe, and I am a kid in the candy store, and I will forgive everything DC Comics, even if it sucks. I will still forgive it. Marvel, I'm more critical of, except for Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. So seeing Spidey interact with all the other superheroes is my favorite thing about the whole Marvel universe. All the MCU is just seeing Spidey, who I loved, reacting with all these grown-up characters the way he did when I was a kid. I love that kid.
I love those Spider-Man movies.
Yeah,
they're good.
Their new Spider-Man movies are good.
Like that first one with the Vulture, I think I've seen it like 4 or 5 times.
Wow. Those first 2 Sam Raimi movies are perfect. Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 and all. But Tobey Maguire is nowhere near as good as Tom Holland is. Tom Holland is every Spider-Man that I wanted. I was a little boy. That's who I get. And what I like about that dude is he's like, yeah, I'm going to play Spider-Man until I can't walk. I'm like, oh, thank God, I'm not going to have to watch Spider-Man die in 10 years when he wants to when he wants to make $50 million a movie or whatever.
And he's like 26, so it's like...
Oh, Tom Holland is?
Yeah, he
doesn't look it.
Yeah, so he's not going to like grow into a big man and be a little too old, at least not for a while.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing I was going to say was, you know, in terms of Iron Man and Captain America, because I was disappointed to see that character kind of retire as well, but you know that they can't keep signing, they have contracts that run out, so.
See, I'm more comfortable. I mean, I hated watching Iron Man die. I hate superheroes should not die.
Yeah.
But they gotta come back. But what, I do not like superheroes quitting. I hate that even more. And I love you, Cap, and I love Chris Evans, and what a great character the way he played, but I'm like, Cap wouldn't quit. Cap wouldn't, I mean, granted, there was a nice ending for him, and this made sense for the way the character was portrayed in the movie. And for the movie Cap, it works perfectly. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, Captain America wouldn't retire. Just like why I hate The Dark Knight Rises so much. I'm like, Batman would have not. The only thing would get Batman to retire is a dead Robin, and even then, I don't like quitting Batmans.
Okay.
Superhero shouldn't quit. That's why I like him so much.
So one more, and then we're done. DC, you're a DC guy. Can that franchise be salvaged at this point? I mean, they've done the Shazam, they've done the Aquaman, but isn't Henry Cavill? There's some kind of, we don't know if he's going to be.
So try somebody else. I mean, it's like
somebody else. The thing is the Wonder Woman movie was great. It was awesome. And then the Aquaman movie turned out to actually be really good too. So it's like you can kind of
and Shazam was great.
Oh yeah, Shazam. So you can kind of almost rebuild around them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like Batman. Obviously, they're getting a new Batman, and it's like there's been like 6 Batman. So it's like we're used to like a new Batman. As long as it looks like Batman, okay.
I think
Superman's a little harder because he shows his face, and Henry Cavill's great. But there's other Supermans.
Yeah, it's not like I can play Superman. It's not a big deal. They're animated. The way they do their animated movies is how they is what they should do with their features. No, they're never going to be able to compete with Marvel, and they shouldn't. Like in the comics, DC usually did the more operatic, kind of grandiose, mythic stuff and weird stuff. They always skewed weird, and then Marvel did a really good soap opera with really good tight continuity. They always followed the, you know what I mean? Like, and the movies reflect that. The DC animated movies are great because they have their like Justice League storyline where all their main stories kind of take place in it. So they have Justice League War and the Death and Return of Superman and those Batman movies like Batman and Son and Hush are all kind of in the same continuity, and then they do like the special animated movies like Batman Year One or The Dark Knight Returns. They've got Death in the Family coming out that are like, so like it. I think the movies are kind of aiming in that direction when you have like a main timeline of like Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman, Shazam, and Aquaman, and whatever comes in there, and Suicide Squad. But then you'll have the weird stuff like Joker, which is not connected to anything. It's its own kind of like independent, like that River Phoenix movie. I mean, not River
I want
Phoenix.
to see more stuff I want to see more not connected stuff.
Yeah.
Because the more not connected it is, the more you can make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's great with Marvel. They're all connected and it's all basically one big story. But it's like you can tell multiple stories with different worlds that don't interact, and you don't have to worry about what this person's doing, what that person's doing, or you can come in fresh to any movie. Like, I'm more excited about things like that.
So like this Joker movie coming out, I haven't been excited for a superhero movie like that in a long. I'm like, ooh, neat. Joaquin Phoenix, like he's gonna crush that thing. Hopefully we can get maybe an Arkham Asylum movie at some point, or a Superman, like Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow, or All-Star Superman, like. These independent stories, because the best stuff DC ever did in the comics is where they get to explore these iconic characters. And that's what it's all about. They're about these iconic characters. Marvel's got this brilliant plot. And no one's going to touch this amazing Marvel plot that's so intricate and so amazing. Got me cracked out on it like it's, like every good TV show and every good comic book ever. But DC's got Superman and Wonder Woman and Batman. I mean, good Lord. Those are... Marvel characters can die. These guys can't die. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure, Iron Man, you're going to miss him, but boom, boom, got replaced by Spider-Man, and here come the X-Men and the real Fantastic Four. So it's like, but you can't get better than Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman, no matter how hard you try.
Yeah. Okay, well, gentlemen, thank you for the second interview.
You're welcome.
Tony.
Thanks, dude. Max Anwar, thank you.
Thank you out there in Watcherland for watching this video. Please like the video, please share it, please subscribe to my channel. Please check out Space Detective, and I'll see you next time, and always remember that your attitude determines your altitude, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks, guys. Have a great space day.
Hey, so I decided to end this video with a little something extra. Tony actually recommended that I check out Avengers Station. which is on the Vegas Strip, and it's in the Treasure Island Hotel. So if you're in Vegas and you want that Avengers experience, I recommend you check out Avenger Station. And here are a couple of pictures from what I saw when I was there, and these are actual costumes and replicas and pieces from the actual movies. So Avenger Station, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.